Joel Norwood here with Ohio AgNet, Ohio's Country Journal. Joining me, Jacob Wuebker, finalist in the Star in Agricultural Placement Competition. What a great view we have up here at the 2022 National FFA Convention, but not quite as good a view as Jacob will have Friday evening as he's on stage. Jacob, first of all, congratulations to you getting to this level. Tell us a bit about your project and what's gone into it to make you a finalist.
Yeah, so thanks for having me here. So my project has been working on my family's farm, where we have a diversified grain and livestock farm. We have around 2,000 sows on mostly farrow to wean. We finish out about 3,000 head of finishing pigs at a time as well. We have around 300 head of dairy steers on a feedlot, and we grain farm about 1,200 acres of corn, soybeans, and wheat.
And a lot of work has gone into just what you do on the daily basis.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about, what does your future hold? Where are you at now?
Yep.
And then what do you see down the road continuing to work, I'm sure, on that project?
Yep. Yeah, so I am a recent graduate this past spring at Wright State University Lake Campus, where I obtained my bachelor's degree in agricultural business. And I have since, I guess you could say, returned back to working on the family farm. I never really left. That was kind of the reason for going to Wright State, was to be able to continue to work. But back on the family farm now, and working to make it grow and make it more profitable and to expand for the next generations.
Let's talk about some production agriculture topics then. Interesting markets right now.
Yeah, to say the least. Me as a hog feeder, I'm feeding every bushel of our corn, and we're also buying a lot of additional bushels of corn. And so in the beans we are selling, but of course we're buying bean meal back on that aspect. So yeah, the commodity prices are a little, they've definitely been a little bit of a roller coaster here the last 6 months to a year. So it's definitely made it a little interesting and a little challenging.
What headlines are you keeping an eye on for 2023 as a farmer yourself?
Well, I would say a lot of it would be and even just kind of going on right now is the Supreme Court is right now kind of looking at Proposition 12, California law that has a lot of impact on the swine industry. So they are wanting to, Ohio's law is by 2025 we have to be moved out of, we can use gestation stalls until they're confirmed pregnant and then put into an open pen, which is actually, we just built a barn and expanded to be able to come Ohio compliant. However, California law is basically a sow can only spend her time in an individual crate if she's in a farrowing crate, and otherwise she has to be in a open pen setting. And so the Supreme Court was looking at the Proposition 12, not in a sense of animal welfare and more of the sense of the interstate commerce law, and whether or not it is, because the problem that faces is California, they eat a lot of pork, however they have very little pork production. So they're telling people in other states how they have to raise the food that comes to California. And so that's been there was a hearing on it back in the first part of October, and I haven't heard any more about it. So that's kind of what's been on my radar.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only things, it's good to hear about your production mind and looking ahead. Let's look back a little bit. What are some of those key things that you've learned since, you've started the project? Well, you've grown up around the project.
Yep.
If you look back to you 6, 4, 10 years ago, what do you know now that you didn't at that time?
I would just say, if I could look back and just tell myself, and just take every opportunity, within my SAE, I've been able to gain a lot of new tasks and responsibilities, just by, being there and paying attention and asking questions and then moving forward to, getting to be there to learn new tasks on all parts of our farm. And that would be probably just kind of, always take every opportunity you can get.
And that sounds like great advice for young people.
Yeah.
Any other advice you'd have for a young FFA member who says, ooh, I want to be in his position someday?
Yeah, I'd just say, take every opportunity and make every connection you can. Especially within the FFA, and whenever you come here to the National Convention, you can make friends. I've got people that will always be lifelong friends from all over the nation that I've competed against and just talked to. And so I just say make every connection, because you never know whenever, that connection may become useful for the both of you.
He knows what he's talking about. Star in Agricultural Placement finalist Jacob Wuebker joining us here at the 2022 National FFA Convention. And this coverage brought to you by Wilmington College. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Joel Norwood. Have a good day.
We are Wilmington College,
where agricultural experience and learning meet.
The leadership and personal development skills I learned in FFA have allowed me to excel in the classroom and in our campus community.
Out of four-year institutions, Wilmington College provides our students with the most hands-on experience starting year one at the academic farm.
At Wilmington College, the farm is our lab.
Because of Wilmington College, I have grown as a person, professional, and leader.
I've been able to further my education as a first-generation college student.
We are Wilmington College. Hands-on learning, hands-on living.